Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder for the fourth time. The fourth time. Got one of my analysts come on now. We're just into it. It's
What's
like an absolute
happening?
marathon today, like four live shows today. And how we capped it off. We've won the FA Cup for the 14th time. Big man,
Yes.
Mube, what's happening, man?
Ah, man, I'm buzzing after that. Fam, buzzing after that. How can we? How can we not, man? Listen, other fans is gonna say, it's just the FA Cup. Don't let nobody take the shine away from us. No one. I told you before the game started that the FA Cup was always big to me. No one can tell me any different. This is not the League Cup. This is the FA Cup, and we have won it 14 times. You know, we after this season that we've been through, I'll take that any day, man, any day.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to do like a summarization of the season, looking at how Unai Emery came and left, and we were like the lowest position ever for a long time. We ended up being eighth position and just relying on the FA Cup. And my goodness, man. I don't even know where to start, man. I don't even know where to start.
Well, let me start first. But I had this shirt on, but I switched it off and put a different top on. Because we have to represent. We're in the cup final. So I had this one on, but I want you to see the back of it because we had to let people know. You know what I'm saying? My captain showed up today. Our
Yeah,
captain, he showed up. He
yeah,
showed up today, man.
man.
We all I always come on this show. You guys, I love the guy, but I always come on the show and I always be real with him. And I always
Mm.
say, in big games, I need him to show up. He's our captain. In big game, when we lost against Spurs, I came on here and I gave him a 2. I gave him a 2 in that game. He showed up against Manchester City in the semifinal. He showed up today. Big game player. That's what you need from your captain. I'm buzzing for him, man. Buzzing for him.
Let me ask you the most difficult question. Do you think he will sign?
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
will. I
Mm.
think he will. And even before this game, I think he will too. When you look at it, man, you have a. I mean, if he don't, what can we hold against him? If that's his last contribution to us, we have to shake his hand and say, we appreciate you. We appreciate the time he was here. So if he walk away, I have no grudge against him whatsoever. Um, but
Absolutely.
but it all depends on. I think it all depends now. I think the only good thing of it, a good thing is the reason why I say he's gonna sign is because we don't have such a long preseason. We got 6 weeks before the season
6 weeks.
starts again. So the board have to act right now. He can wait 2 weeks to see what the board is going to do and decide if he want to walk away or stay before the season start, before he come back, into training for the start of the new season. So everything is like into his but and how can you not give him a new contract? I know they offer him one and he's apparently happy with what they offer him. So I think he's gonna sign, man. When you look at the way Mikel Arteta is put pressure on him, make him know that he's the most important player in this team. Everything he's not playing centrally, but everything really go through him. You can see it today. We were trying to play ball over the top time and time again for him to run onto. That's how we won our first. We got our first goal, got the penalty. He's Mikel Arteta make him come in and make him feel an important player, the same way he did with Granit Xhaka when he wanted to leave. He came in and he told him, put an arm around him and tell him, you're the most important player in this midfield. The same thing I think he's trying to do with David Luiz. Yeah, David Luiz is a little bit older, but we all was not happy when he got the contract. But now we can see why he got it. He's so good with the young players around him. With Saliba coming in, Upamecano just signed a new contract with Red Bull Leipzig. So you can see now stuff are playing out. We might not get another central defender, so we might need him. But man, I'm buzzing, man. I think he will sign. I really do.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope
I
so.
really do.
I've got to say, Mube, the first 5 minutes, I was thinking, here we go again. Here we go again. They sold Hazard. They got Pulisic. Pulisic is just walking through the midfield like butter.
Mm.
Scored a goal. The defense was all over the place, and I thought, here we go again. It's going to be Baku Part 2.
Yeah,
And yeah.
yeah,
I mean, there's no doubt in my mind, Mube, the defense needs a massive, massive upgrade. The
push.
midfield, did we have a midfield? We need
Yeah,
someone to control the midfield.
We was getting overrun in the midfield for sure.
And I was really worried
And we
about
only playing.
Yeah, Holding as well. Holding, was getting so overrun so many times on the right hand side, and I was thinking, right, where's his cover? Where's Bellerin? Bellerin needs to come back and support. So for the first 5-10 minutes, I was thinking, guys, you've come so close. Don't let it go. Fight for the badge. Fight for the badge. And we said so many times that Aubameyang has to turn up, and
Yeah,
boy, did he turn up?
yeah, he
One
turned
man
up
battling Ram. Oh my goodness,
for
fantastic.
sure. For sure, fantastic. I think part of the thing with Holding. I think it was a combination with Holding and Bellerin, both of them today on that right hand side. They just looked awful today. Bellerin was getting caught out and out time and time again. It was awful defending from mistake. But look, man, the boys never gave up. You call it? The boys never gave up. They pushed right through the end. I know we came on here at halftime, and I was telling you I like the way that Pepe was playing. Yes, he might not. Everything didn't come off for him today, but he never gave up. Even to the last minute, he was making tackles on the edge of the box. How many times have we come on here and said we just want some players to show a little bit of fight? You could actually see that today in these players, even when they wasn't having a good game. Because let's be honest, I know we scored 2 goals, but we did not play that particularly well all through the game. It was pretty much we took our chances, which is just rare. What we do with the big games, we don't usually take our chances. But other than that, the game was both teams really canceled each other out. After we got over that first 20 minutes, we controlled the game. It was a control game, and the players show fight, and that's all we can ask from these players, man. And that's what we've been asking about for that for a while. Arteta has come in and put something in these players. You're seeing the difference in these players, and what a way for him to start his Arsenal tenure, man, with getting a trophy. 28 games he has played, won a trophy. How much game did he play at Tottenham over there at Spurs? Yeah, it's not so easy, is it? Not so easy, is it? Yeah.
Hey, but listen, I know that the first goal that Arsenal scored, that was it wasn't so much of Aubameyang's making, because I didn't realise it was Tierney who fired the ball over and he ran onto it, and Chelsea conceded a penalty. But you got to look at the goal, the second goal. It was because of Bellerin. He burst through the lines. He was tackled by a midfielder, I can't remember. And the finish by Aubameyang was top
absolutely
class,
sublime,
man.
sublime,
Top class.
sublime.
I was thinking,
And that's what you need from. That's the thing that's what Bellerin can do, and that's why we need another defender, because we're not going to play with 3 at the back next season. Arteta he don't like this. He don't like this formation. He's just making do with what we have. So we will have Tierney playing left back. We will have Bellerin or some Cedric playing right back. We have 2 right back. I don't think we're going to bring one in unless Bellerin leaves. This is what you need to see from Bellerin. He can do that. Surge forward when you have space, because then you force team to go back. You force them back. But every time he picks the ball up, he keeps going cross and going back to Luis. And you got the pace. Take players on. The one time he did it, that's what happened. You take a chance. You might lose the ball. There's a high percentage you might lose the ball. But if the ball breaks right, which it did for him, because he actually lost the ball and went in for it, the ball pop up, breaks right, got out to Aubameyang. And the way I was shouting for him to shoot it first time, but the way he dragged that ball, with his right past Christensen and dink it with his left, I was like, oh my God, that was fantastic, man. That was fantastic.
Your guy had a very indifferent game, Lacazette, man.
Yeah.
I think like Arteta said at the end, the players were running their guts out. And Lacazette was running his guts out. It wasn't so productive, but yeah.
Like I said, when you don't have a good game, put in the effort. That's all you want to see from these players. Put in the effort. You could see he was shouting at Martinez, because a couple of times Martinez kicked the ball out and kicked it long to no one, and he was shouting at him. Play to Abba. He was telling him time and time again to kick the ball out to Abba, and you could see, man, the players, they wanted this. They know what happened the last time we played in the cup final against Chelsea. We had a chance to go to the Champions League. They was already qualified for the Champions League, and they knocked us off easily, brushed us aside, 4-1. they know they owed us big time. And after the season that we have finished 8th. So now it doesn't put paper over cracks, because I'm not saying that it was a good season, still a poor season, a worst season by far. But to end it like this on a high, and the main thing is we're in the Europa League. Yes, we want to be in the Champions League, but we're in the Europa League with the squad that we have. Players need game time. We're talking about we have 2 goalkeepers, Martinez, and we got Leno. People keep talking about let's pick between one. I want to keep both of them. I prefer Leno to start, but whoever starting that number 1 position, being in this Europa League is going to be big, because now you have 2 goalkeepers that's going to play every week. We're going to play Thursday. We're going to play Sunday. We're going to have 2 goalkeepers that can play every week, and that is big. When we get an injury, we know that we have another goalkeeper to deputize for the one that's coming in. With Saliba coming in, let's see. The main thing that we need to do is, before we even start buying any players, we need to get that Partey deal wrapped up for sure. That's big. That's really important. But before that, we need to get rid of some players. We see the reports on Ozil. He wasn't even at the stadium today. You got players like Socrates. You got players like Kolasinac. Players on the fringe. We need to get rid of these players and just start the rebuild process right now. We don't need to hold on to players. We don't need to go into next season, saying why this player is not in the squad, why this player is not in the squad. We need to just start fresh. This is a good time to start fresh right now, because we just won a trophy. So let's go ahead and start with what we got. We got the building blocks. Bringing a couple players. If we're bringing 3 quality players, if we're bringing a central defender alongside Saliba, and we're bringing 1 midfielder and re-sign Dennis Ceballos, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that for the first season. If we can re-sign Ceballos, bringing a Partey in, we got Saliba. Don't forget we have Marie that's still coming back from injury too. We got defenders. We got a bunch of central defenders at the club. You still got Chambers. You still got Marie. You got Louise. You got Socrates. You got Mustafi, Holden. Saliba. There's a lot of central defenders at this club, so we have to get rid of some players before we start thinking about bringing some in. But if we can show up that midfield with a Partey, if we can re-sign Dennis Ceballos, whether it be a loan or permanent, I'm with it now. At first, we talk about this in the middle of the season. I thought you bring it up in one of the shows, and you was like, would you like to see him stay or go? I think we all agree that it's best for him to go back. Right now, no, he's got to stay, because since Arteta has taken over, he's been very, very good in that midfield. If we can get a Partey to put beside a Granit Xhaka, and that way Ceballos can advance a little bit more, I think we have something going on in that midfield, man.
Yeah. Are you surprised we haven't seen much of Lucas Torreira? He didn't play today. We haven't seen much of him.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of him, but he's coming back from injury. But I think we hit a sweet spot when you're playing with that 5 in the middle, and you have 2 players that are playing well, because Granit Xhaka is playing well and Ceballos is playing well. So what are you going to do? You're not going to take one off and put Torreira in. I mean, either way, you lose something when you take any one of those players out, because if you take Granit Xhaka out and put Torreira in, then you lose the passing ability, which we need with Granit Xhaka. And because Torreira is not that player. He's not going to ping a ball 60 feet across the field. That's just not him. And if you take Ceballos out, then we miss that player, that retained position. You said it earlier that we need somebody to control the midfield. He didn't do it too well in the first part of the game, but after that, he started running the show. And I don't think Torreira is either one of those players. Torreira is going to be more beneficial to us when we're playing with a 3. And I think he's one of the players too that's on the fringes too that we might can, because we talk about going back to Italy. Maybe we can get a 30, 35 million for him. I'm with it. It's just as long as we reinvest the money in the players that we need and get rid of some of these players off the wage bill, so we just want to go in next season with a clear mind, a clear head. This is our squad. No players being left out, none of the Ozil stuff. Just get rid of all these players and just let's start off fresh next season.
Yeah. Let me just go into the comments box. There's been just a few comments. Chuck, who says, congratulations, Gooners. Let's party till morning. Hey, where's your Hennessy, man? No Hennessy.
Boy, no Hennessy. Right, okay. Are you mad? Are you mad? We're here, bro. We're here. Are you mad?
Hey, where's mine, man? Where's mine?
You lost the bet. You could have had a bottle, but you lost the bet when we won that game. Don't think I forgot.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Oh yeah.
And Lumberkamp says, "Thank you, Giroud." Yeah. Well, he came off. He didn't look too happy, but he got the assist, didn't he? That led to, it was the back heel, wasn't it, to Pulisic?
Yeah, he did. He did. Louise, let's comment. Louise did a wonderful job on him. He was physical with him all game. Every time Giroud was on the ball, he was on him. He was on him. So we have to give Louise a big credit for shutting him down. He did a good job to him today.
Yeah. All right. And then one from my brother who says, "That's right, Mube. We have won a trophy now. It is time to get rid of some of the fringe players and start to push on." Yeah, man.
Here we go. There's no time. We missed the opportunity to do that when Wenger had won in 2014 to really restart and start over. This is our chance now. We have a new manager. He has got the second half of the season. We've won a trophy, so we're not going through a trophy drought. We just won a trophy. Now it's time. Get the rebuild process started. Let's look at trying to challenge for the league 3 years from now, and that starts today.
I just hope the board supports Mikel Arteta. I hope they're not thinking, "Oh wow, we've won the FA Cup with these players. We don't need to buy players." No, they need to go out and buy some players. They need to go out and support Mikel Arteta.
Yeah.
If they don't, I've got a little feeling, Mube, that he might walk. He's made his ideas plainly clear that the squad needs to evolve, it needs to change. We need to get rid of players, we need to bring in new players. If they don't back him, Mube, I'm sure the guy's going to make for the door.
It was such a setback if that was to happen. We got a manager that got some connection with the club. You know, since Arsene Wenger left, he had some connection with the club. Arteta is an Arsenal man. You know, he's our captain. He led us to our first trophy and when we was 10 years, and then we won it in 2014. He was our captain. You know, he got some connection to the club, but we can see his ideas. We can see. The one thing I like about him is that he's ruthless. He doesn't take he doesn't take nothing from these players. So we kind of can get that out now. You know, he doesn't want to play it to play. He's not going to play it, whether you like it or not. You know, that's his choice. And you have to respect it, man. But he needs to be backed, and this is the chance for the board. Like I said, it's not just the players or not just Mikel Arteta, but this is the chance for the board too to really make a statement. Now we've won a trophy, the fans are on a high. Let's go out there and spend some money on. We're not telling you to go buy a new team. We're not looking to win the league next season. Just go. Start putting the building blocks in place right now. Let's go out there and go spend some money on a Partey. Let's go out there and get a central defender to come in with Saliba. Let's go out there. Let's get rid of some of these players. You know, get them off the wage bill. You know, if we can't sell them, loan them out. Let's get them just like we did Mkhitaryan. Let's get some of these players off the wage bill. Let's just get this love back in the team, man, and promote some of these youth players too, man. Because I'm so ready to see what Smith Rowe is going to offer us next season too. So next season is going to be big, man. It's going to be big.
So this might sound like a silly question. I mean, who's been the surprise player of the season so far in a very difficult season with the coronavirus and the lockdown and coming back? And who's been a real surprise player for you this season?
Well, but before the lockdown, I think we all would agree. We would say Saka. We all would say Saka. We did not expect to have. We sold Iwobi, and I think that was a master stroke by the club to get 40 million for Iwobi and promote Saka for free. For whoever decision that was, whether it was the board, whether it was Unai Emery, I don't know who decision it was, but if it was Emery, I appreciate him for that because that was a master stroke. That's the kind of business that we need to be doing with this club. So until the lockdown, I would say Saka, but after the lockdown, I think we all can agree it got to be Martinez. Like you see him today again, commanding the box. You see him, man. We got two quality goalkeepers. I don't want to start this debate about who is better and who do we prefer, and let's enjoy this. It's been a while since we had two quality goalkeepers. It's been a long time.
Long while.
We always had one good goalkeeper, which was we had Lehman, and then we had Almoni as a backup. Okay, we had Chesney, and then we had Fabianski as a backup. We never had two quality goalkeepers. Now we got two. Let's just enjoy it, man. But first part of the season, Saka. Second half, we said Martinez. If I had to pick one, I have to pick Saka because he played more games than Martinez did.
Okay. I tend to agree with you, man. But yeah, Martinez and Saka, real good surprise. And that's what we want. We want that kind of players. We want the players who are going to fight for the badge. Quality players. Saka, he came from the academy. Well, how much money did he spend? Nothing.
Came out of nowhere. Oh, let's not forget about Martinelli too. Now he was hot too. Martinelli. We got him for the cheap, and this is the kind of player. Just imagine we did this towards the end of the season without his service. We didn't have Martinelli in this team. We've seen Nketiah growing as a player now. We have young players. We have this building block, man. I just want this club and this board. Let's just build on this, man. Let's not miss this opportunity. I can see us, really stepping up next season, but it's just what the board does, and back the manager. We have to back him.
Yeah. One more time back into the chat. I've got one more comment from my brother. Alex, you are correct. As Arteta has been saying in his post-match interviews that the board has to back him. He isn't a yes man as previous managers. And like Mube says, he doesn't take no rubbish, no foolishness from anybody. You don't like it, your bench. If you don't like it even further, make your way for the exit door, man. That's the kind of manager that we need. Let's bounce some heads together, man. You know what I mean? And you know what I liked as well? I mean, just when Pedro was injured, where he's dislocated his shoulder, and there was that long pause, the camera went on Aubameyang, and Aubameyang was saying to the players, come on. Yeah. I was thinking, my captain has arrived now. He's arrived now. You know what I mean?
And Arteta have instilled that in him. You can see that's not the Aubameyang that we know. He wasn't really a vocal leader. He just led by example. Now you can see it. And I think Lacazette does have a big thing to do with that too, because he's not the captain. But today he was putting in those runs and he was shouting at players the whole game. It's so funny, man, because we're so used to seeing our team crumble and we getting a red card and we getting players sent off and we getting players injured. It was just a joy just to see that everything went right today. It's just a joy. We were prepared for the game. The goal that we conceded was so soft. It was such a soft goal. But if you look back at the goal, it had some ping ball effect to it. So we have to just take that with it, but the way the players responded, we could not ask for better than that. They did not put their head down. After that first water break, IG said it at halftime when we came on the show. After that first water break, everything turned around. And from that point on, we was in control of the game the whole time.
It came just at the right time. I've got one question. I think we've already answered this again for my brother. Does anyone think that Auba will stay? Yeah, I think he will stay. I think he will stay. But like he said in the interview, now is not the time to talk about the contract. Now is the time to celebrate the FA Cup win. And like you can see, big man there has got the Aubameyang.
You gotta stay. You gotta stay, bro. You gotta stay. When the last time we had a player retire from here, like a quality player? I mean, Per Mertesacker probably was the last one. Mikel Arteta did it also. Yeah. But how good would it see for us to have Auba, get into his 34 or 35, go from being a starter to being just a French player, but just getting old and retire at the club. It would be good to see a player at this quality, because you got to remember, he's playing on the wing right now. He's 31 years old. He's still quick. He's a great finisher, and he's playing on the wing right now. Jamie Vardy is still doing it at 33. I have no problem. He got a 3. There's no problem. I have no problem giving him another 3-year contract. And then if he loses a little bit of pace, we can just easily move him up front, where he's just a fox in the box, because he have that ability to do that also. You know what I'm saying? No brainer, man. Give the guy what he wants. He's our captain. Buzzing, man. I'm buzzing for him. Big game player.
Yeah, man. Wow. You know what? So it's been a marathon today for me. Like four live shows today, man.
Yeah, get some
Dream
rest, man. We
cracker,
definitely
boy.
what we need to do. We need to plan a day. And let's do a season review. One last show, a season review. You know, probably going to be an hour-long show because that's going to take a while.
Yeah,
you know,
no problem.
you know,
No problem. No, but
and
we
get a season
definitely do that.
review. So put that together.
Yeah,
Let's get a season review over the whole season, and let's run
yeah.
it back, man. But today, let's enjoy it, man. That nobody rubs nothing in our face. Today is our day. Liverpool are the champions of England. Man City have won the League Cup, and Arsenal have won the FA Cup. There's only 3 teams in England with a trophy right now. I want to hear nothing from no one else. That's it.
Right. Listen. On that note, I'm going to end this post game reaction, man. But before I do, Mube, ever present, even from the early days, you were there, supporting us. You know what I mean? So
yes,
much
sir.
love
Yes,
from that,
sir.
man. Much love.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
definitely send you a bigger bottle of Hennessy sometime.
Oh no, I'm coming to England soon. Don't worry about it. I'm coming to England. I'm gonna make it over there one day. I'm telling you, it's gonna be my thing when I come over there, fam. I'm telling
Just
you.
let me know when, man. The bottle is right here waiting for you, man. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Right. So those of you who came into the chat today, I really, really appreciate you coming on. It's been a long, hard and difficult season, but at the end, Arsenal, our club, finally did it. 14th time FA Cup record, even another record. 14 times FA Cup winners. Absolutely fantastic. So, Mube, thank you again for coming back on the Kind of 40 TV channel. And yeah, guys, whoever's watching, make sure you celebrate all night, all week, all month, all year.
All night. Let's go. Straight
Guys,
from the bottom, baby.
If you've been wondering who or what you've been watching madness.
Madness.
Yeah, you're watching Cannon Fodder. Listen, the channel for Arsenal fans flipping all over this place.